Well, it's day 26th, and breakfast made me sad. Uh, they served a pseudo wannabe hamburger made out of some kind of vegetable pureed semblance of a bun and a black bean patty and a couple of pieces of lettuce and a few slices of tomato. And I'll say this: burgers are my favorite food, and this was not a burger. It was an insult to all burgers everywhere. It was so dry. It took me like a couple of minutes just of constant chewing just to get one bite down. It had zero flavor. There was no salt, no spice, and even my friend, who usually is ravenously hungry and eats everything on his plate, couldn't finish his. So today was a stark reminder of how hard dietas really are. And breakfast was a sad, sad moment in the day. I'm still kind of carrying the sadness, and it's stupid. It's ridiculous. Why would I be sad over, some stupid wannabe burger? But dieta opens you up emotionally, and you'd be surprised at what can trigger what. Last night there was a ceremony, and it rocked me hard. It's funny. Everyone else in the Maloka had a peaceful, quiet journey. Mine lit up and just took off. At first I thought it was going to be easy because I didn't feel the effects until much later. But the first thing I envisioned was two giant eyes, shining in the night. They kind of backed off, and it was just the head of a beautiful primal anaconda. And then I saw two women. They could have been witches, they could have been spirits. Had a man tied up, and he was tied up with snakes, so it was kind of interesting. And let's see what happened after that. After that, disco lights and laser beams. The maestra came to sing to me, and that just triggered all kinds of purging. And I purged so hard last night. I don't remember purging that hard at any time. I mean, normally when I purge, my stomach's empty. I just dry heave and it goes away. But last night, I bile and acid and just the most disgusting stuff you can taste came up, and it was pretty wretched, and I couldn't get it out. I saw in my vision there was this dark, spiky, insecty looking thing inside of me, and it was locked in there pretty tight, and it wasn't coming out without a fight. So when Maestro started singing to me, I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be rough. But after purging 3 or 4 times, on her limpieza, there's only 3 of us in ceremony, so everyone got a lot of song, a lot of time. After purging 3 or 4 times, then she was finally done with me. She worked me really hard, and the medicine worked me really hard. But she came up to me and she suplandoed agua de Florida on me, and then she reached down into my on my chest and grabbed something and pulled it out, and just suplandoed it, just blew it away. She grabbed something out of my throat and did the same, and I think she was digging around in my throat for a while, so she must have sensed there was something there that needed to come out, and she blew that away, and then she moved on to the next person. And every time she sings to me, after she sings, the Mariación lifts, and I'm able to kind of coast through the rest of the journey. But yeah, last night during her song, I couldn't even sing with her. It was just so intense. and draining and hard to sit. So I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what's going on with my dieta. I think when I spoke to my teacher last night before ceremony, she explained that the frustration I'm feeling is very common. It happens to everyone. It happened to her. It happened to the maestra. There's a period in which the plant feels like it's doing nothing and nothing has changed. And, expect it, be ready for it. They said that this is my first dieta, so naturally it's going to be frustrating. But once you've realized how plants work, it becomes a lot easier to manage these kinds of moments. So in my experience so far, it's been frustrating. Everything seemed dead. But my teacher and the maestra assured me that everything is still very much alive. Everything is still very much moving and working. But it is doing it in subtle ways. And the subtlety is very annoying. And they say that, yeah, when a plant grows, initially when it sprouts, it grows fast. You can see changes almost every day. But as the plant begins to mature, the growth stops or slows down quite a bit. So it's a lot less noticeable. And it's still growing. It's still spreading its roots and thriving. But you don't see the same kind of changes day to day as when it first sprouts. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to another ceremony tonight. Then I'll finally start the Bobinsana. They keep pushing it off. It's so weird. Like, they were supposed to start it tomorrow, but because the maestra brought a tonic for my belly to help my belly heal, they're pushing that off to like the day after tomorrow. So I'm going to have like 4 days of Bobinsana diet, which is so sad because I really wanted to diet Bobinsana on this journey. But, it is what it is. And I've got, 4 days of Bobinsana and whatever, 25 days of, well, maybe not 25 days, maybe like 18 days of Ahosacha. So in all, it's still good. There's still plants. They're still doing what they're doing. Yeah, my teacher says that the healing is happening, and she's seeing the transformation both in my personal manner and energy-wise and spiritually. She's seeing the transformations happening. So I'm encouraged by that. I know yesterday I was very discouraged. I was feeling really down about this whole process, feeling like I wasted a month and didn't get anything out of it. But she was able to kind of correct me and my perceptions and give me a better idea of what's going on, what to expect. The maestra chuckled, when she heard about my frustrations, because she's been on so many dietas and she knows exactly what that is. And to her, it's just part of the process, part of the journey. But yeah, for me, it's all still learning, still growing, still trying to figure everything out.